So, do you deserve to press overhead or do any sort of overhead movements pain-free or ache-free? Here's a quick test. You're gonna lie down on your back. Feet can be wherever they want. We're gonna test shoulder flexion one at a time and then twice at the same time. All right, so you're just gonna have your raise your hand overhead and let it fall overhead. Okay, compare both sides. Take note of what you're feeling when you just hang out here. All right, for me, for a full test, your arm must be completely straight, thumbs touching the floor and biceps right by the ears or behind the ears. So for me, I'm kind of forcing this right now. So I don't have a full test. I don't pass it fully, but it's not too bad. However, I feel a big stretch right here through the tricep, through the lats, on both arms. So if I'm just relaxed here, you can see my elbow's a little bit bent. It's not, my arm's not totally straight. I have to work to get it like fully straight. Take note of what you feel there, and then you're gonna do it again, raising both arms at the same time. So from here, both arms at the same time. I'm just gonna let it pass. You guys can kind of see my elbows are a little bit bent. Yes, my thumbs are touching the floor, but my biceps aren't really like this, which is what we want. So that's a little bit bent. So I have some restrictions in my lats. They feel kind of tight and stretched out when I do this test, and no pinching feeling in the shoulders. If you feel some sort of pinching here when you do this test, it could be a bone restriction or a bony joint restriction. So you might have to do some banded mobilizations in order to get that overhead range of motion. If you're able to do this one side at a time, then you can press overhead one arm at a time. If you pass that and then you fail the double arm one, which is you might end up here, you might end up here, okay, then you cannot press overhead with both arms. Think about what you feel when you do these movements. Again, if it's a pinching in the shoulder joint itself, that could be from a joint restriction. If it's sort of a stretchy feeling, right, somewhere around the arm, below the arm, maybe even in your chest, that's more muscular soft tissue restriction, which is a little bit easier to work with to achieve this new range.